It says, they shall die grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the field. That's one that I wanted to bring out. Let's see another one. And this happened to Israel before too, man. These same things that happened, which we're reading the account of in the modern century, is going to take place again. Let's see. Shalaki, here's another one. This is Ezekiel 6:12. It says, he that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth in his besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. All right, and that's what the Lord is going to do. Here's another one, Ezekiel 7:15. It says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, the famine and pestilence shall devour him. Yeah. So this is not a game, man. This is not a joke. These things is going to take place. Remember, this is in the scriptures. Remember what the scriptures say in Romans 15:4. It says, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. All right. So cannibalism came later. It says fresh corpses were dug up and boiled for stew. So people that died and they had a fresh corpse that didn't decompose, they were dug up and they were boiled for stew. Another witness stated their heads, children, like heavy balls on thin little necks, because your head swells up. All right, when you're hungry. It says like storks, and one could see each bone of their arms and legs protruding from beneath the skin. How bones joined and the entire skeleton was stretched over with skin that was like yellow gauze. And the children's faces were age tormented. Children were abandoned on trains, their parents hoping that someone would find them and feed them. So when this time came, a lot of adults abandoned their children. And you see the state of the so-called black women in this time, they're going to abandon their children, man. This ain't no game, man. This is coming to America, man. This is coming to America. These accounts, people actually witnessed this back in the 1930s. And there was a media block, so the information wasn't getting out to the whole world, man. And that's what they're going to do in America, man. There's going to be a media block to where in middle America, in the ghettos and the slums, Jake going to be catching hell, and the whole world is going to be, is not going to really know about him, man. It says, so the children were abandoned. Upon reaching the borders, they were turned back. Okay, now here's an account. It says, Montreal famine survivor recalled as young boy, we used to go in the spring and dig for hours, hoping that we would find some frozen potatoes. The army left nothing in the villages, not even a handful of grain. As the famine raged, Russian families were moved to occupy the now empty Ukrainian homes and villages. Wow. Man, people keep on thinking this Israelite thing is a joke. It's not an Israelite, it's a thing of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is using his men to warn the people, man. All right, that these things are coming. That's why I'm bringing out this account that took place about over 70 some years ago. You know? All right, 70 years is not a long time. Manchester Guardian, it says, living in Moscow, he became disillusioned by the atmosphere of fear he had found when he heard of the famine. Mugridge alluded that security net took a train to Ukraine. He saw for himself the famine genocide unfolding and sent his report back to Britain by the diplomatic pouch to avoid censor. The Guardian printed them. Mugridge returned to Britain to find himself in disfavor with the socialist elites and unable to find a job, so he was blacklisted. Because the elites were behind this, man. The elites was behind this. This was nothing but an experiment for the elite international banking families. Alright, on the people, and that's what they're gonna do again, man. That's what these devils are gonna do again. They have this history, they have documented evidence, they have documented they have pictures and all types of stuff, man. And they run the same scheme over and over again, man. And they want to do the same thing in America, man. All right. So this guy goes back and he's blackballed. He can't get a job for leaking information. All right. I'm just gonna read a little bit more because that's basically it. It's at the end of this article. They have a list of what is it called, footnotes, bibliographies, stuff like that, because this is documented history, man. The Wall Street Journal, forced famine in Ukraine, a Holocaust the West forgot. All right, so everybody's talking about the so-called Jews and what happened to the so-called Jews in the Holocaust, man. And other things took place, man, other than just the Jews getting, so-called Jews, the Amalekites, whatever they say, you know, the Holocaust, man. It was many atrocities being committed throughout World War II, man. All right, and this is one of them. It built up to World War II. Now, I'm going to leave with this right here. This is one of the last paragraphs. It says, at the height of the famine, 17 people died every minute. Picture that coming to America, 17 people dying every minute in America. At the height of the famine, 17 people died every minute, 1,000 people died an hour, 25,000 a day. One must learn from this that atrocities cannot be ignored. An entire nation can be destroyed if it is allowed to happen. And that's how we know that a lot of people are going to die during the hour of martial law, all right, during these Third World Wars, because this thing is going to be allowed to happen. Remember, the Heavenly Father controlled the issues of death, man. And the Lord said, as I read in 2nd Ezra, behold, I shall send plagues upon the earth, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So all you people that don't take heed to the Heavenly Father, that are unbelieving, all right, man, you're going, what they say, apathy, all right, you're going to be dealing with that, you know, dealing with the famine, first the gnawing of the stomach, all right, that's what's coming to America, man. The people are going to become hungry, and they're going to feel that gnawing of the stomach, man. All right, so with that, I'm just going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing the word in sincerity and in truth. Until the next episode, Shalom.